Alrighty then. Welcome everybody to another week of Bad Decisions. Hope everyone's doing. Why are there two Chandras?
Because one of them I didn't have control over.
Left or right? Perfect. Alright. Well, welcome everybody to Bad Decisions, where we make decisions, and most of the time they're bad. Let's recap a little bit of last session, because not only will everyone need it, but some people who weren't here specifically need it.
Hi.
As you guys left Ablal heading back to Terramesh, a couple things happened on the trip, but the most notable of which is the impaling and subsequent cover-up of the narwhal dead body that found itself pierced and stuck on the front of the ship until it slowly bled out and died. Good start. And eventually, nothing too terrible happened for the rest of the trip. You guys were able to get back to the Iron Port. And were greeted with Tyler, who had a magical carriage that seemed to be pulled by nothing, as if by magic. And you guys had to do the long, I believe it was 5-day trip back together? Stuck in a carriage? Sounds about right.
Pretty eventful.
You've given a few different answers to that travel time, so I'm just gonna say yes.
Yes. Perfect. Multiple days stuck inside of a carriage and on top of a carriage with one another. That's a good enough answer. Eventually making your way back into Terramesh and beholding the difference in Terramesh that now lays before you. Cobblestone paved roads, new streets cut through the forest, new buildings, new farming. A whole host of different things have changed, and unfortunately the most terrifying of which is the fact that all of the merchant shops seem to have now have tenants inside of them. So, unfortunately, no brothel anytime soon, unless a new merchant shop is built. You guys can commission that. Make it happen.
They're all fucking in-house.
But with that, you guys got back to the hearth, said goodbye to Trevor and Tyler. Trevor assuming his Austrian sort of speak now that he's back in character in town. And you guys got to go immediately visit Charles, which he was thrilled about. Quickly after that, you all started to split off and do your own things, welcome yourselves back to Terramesh by immediately venturing forth and doing the things that each person does innately.
Seeing our friends, you mean? Yes.
Everyone did the thing that is very much in their character. Valis went and got some meat, found the new smokery and got his meat smoked. No joke in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, there's not at all.
Not mad about that.
Chandler and
It was
Lorona.
good.
Chandler and Lorona, after Chadra switched rooms to now have her bedroom be her workroom as well, and Lorona taking her spot in the room with Taberley, went to Fireballs to have an introduction, and Lorona quickly found out that when Fireball and Chadra get to talking, nothing else exists in the world for them. And so she eventually just said goodbye and started perusing through the town.
And they didn't even notice.
Twunk immediately set to making sure that his new vine friend could find a relatively peaceful place to acclimate and grow. Taberley immediately went and besieged her friend Nably with a bunch more work.
Not besiege. Brought brand new, styles.
We have different vocabularies for describing the same thing.
Same thing.
I guess, but...
But it was when Valis was at the smokery that he actually ran into Veriford. Veriford then gave the conclusion of the contract with the signature of Valis, got the final bit of payment from the contract itself that is I believe it got divvied out to you guys as you were enjoying the smoked meat roast from dinner that night. But
How much was it? Or is that was in
Yeah.
the notes?
Valis was given. Oh, I don't think. Did anyone? Did you guys all split it yet?
Yeah.
I know you all split it, but
We
did
split
you guys?
it.
Yeah, you guys can tell him what the split was. But Valis also got a little bit of information as to some of the changes inside of Teramish, specifically what some of the buildings are, and who may be in them and what they may be doing. I believe it was 14,000 gold that got split 5 ways.
Yes.
That's correct.
It was platinum, I think, wasn't it? Oh yeah,
It was given
Well,
in
you-
we all
platinum.
got like
yeah.
280 platinum. I think.
It's the correct number.
Well, then I'll wait until we get into the actual thing before I say something in character. So,
Roger that. But then you guys all coalesce for dinner. Valis split the money between everyone. You got to enjoy the food and drinks, and eventually everyone would find themselves to sleep later on that night with a whole host of opportunity and coming back into the community of Teramish. And so, morning rises, smell of, we'll go with cinnamon rolls today.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Mm.
Cinnamon rolls
Okay.
permeate the hearth, and you all can find yourselves to each other or breakfast as you see fit.
Breakfast
Right.
and each other.
so breakfast. I hold on. Before we get to breakfast, can I retcon just a second since I wasn't here for this because I would have said this in Chadra.
I
When this happened?
guess.
So we got 14,000 gold, or 1,400 platinum, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Might I suggest we put some of this into party funds? Let's say all of us get 200 platinum, and 400 platinum goes into party funds.
Good idea.
So if everybody could just take 80 platinum away from the 280 that they already added,
80?
Yeah.
Okay.
and then I'm going to put that 4,000 gold into our party fund so that we can keep being happy little savers.
Twunk?
Yes.
Is everybody cool with that?
Twunk?
Good.
Why is Tamberlay shouting at Twunk?
You haven't said
He hasn't
yes or
done
no
anything
yet.
yet.
You haven't said yes or no yet.
Hold on, let me just get
Yes.
into
He was thinking of the metaphor.
into Twonk's character for a moment. And does prepare for the coming winters.
I was gonna say I was totally expecting a Vinny to come out right there.
Fine. I took 80 out. Done.
All right. Perfect. And I'm going to take some of my leftover money and put that into my little savings account as well. Val, if you want, I'll
And
send you numbers.
immediately it
Otherwise,
goes
I'm
to
just...
backseat, breaks into the party fund, steals all of it, and blows it on hookers and blow.
Yep.
Right?
Val, if you want to know how much is in our party funds, let me know. How much? I'll send you a list of what I've got saved up.
I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
you can find all that stuff. Please let me know.
What, hookers and blow?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's coming from the ethereal plane. He can make it happen. But yeah, as far as everything goes, it's all your. You guys are the masters of your own demise right now.
Right. Then Tamberlay will wake up as she usually does, and then wander downstairs and eat breakfast.
Oh, I will reiterate for Chadwick because she wasn't here.
Thank you.
Valis did reiterate what Veriforn said to him.
Yes.
Valis, do you remember what that was?
No.
Yes.
It was
You can just say no. It's fine.
to rest
Uh-huh.
and to.
I'll take it from here, buddy.
Okay.
Don't hurt yourself.
Usually, however long a contract goes, usually a quarter of the time afterwards, you guys are put on a pseudo vacation. You guys can come back to work as fast as you want, but they won't forcibly make you take quests after a contract is done for a quarter of the time that the contract was for.
Wait, was it a quarter or a third? Because I think you said third last time.
I said a third initially because it was 3 months, so you guys would get a month, but it's supposed to be a quarter. I just didn't want to do the math at the time. So 3 weeks.
Okay, no, I get that. I was just making sure.
Yeah. So it's a quarter of the time. But like I said, you guys can come back as fast as you want. Unfortunately, with how even though you completed the contract and everything went, pretty well, there was some externalities that happened towards the end of the contract. So even though you guys got paid and no deductions or repercussions from it, you guys weren't allowed your upgrade in Hearth rank because of the tail end of that contract. Other than that, everything's golden. You got the money. The next contract that you guys complete will have you all leveling up. And then Veriform told Valis of some of the buildings in the town.
Which part of the tail end of the contract?
The Tamberlay stabbing
Ah, okay.
Valis in the chest, yeah.
Good to know. Cool.
Predictable part version of it.
I figured that's the part that it was, but I had to double check. That's all.
Yes,
wanna
yes,
assume?
yes.
I
That's why she is sitting downstairs after breakfast.
But that's the
Waiting for talk right now.
that's the only little bit of extra that Valis learned from Veriform that Valis told you all at dinner.
okay.
So for 3 weeks, you guys aren't scheduled to or expected to look for or do any contracts.
Right. Not that it matters, but did we get any update as to the adventures with kitty cats? What
Nope.
was it that the Blink Doggos. That's the mission I have it save it as.
Yep. No one asked. No one received anything about it.
That's what they were called when we had the mission. Fuck off,
Nope.
Shin.
Nope. Love it. I love it.
Look, we've had 3 missions so far. We had the Blink Doggos, we had Trevor and Tyler's excellent adventure, and the hunt for dead pirates.
I was gonna say Tyler's bogus journey.
No, fuck you. I get to pick. I'm the one who takes notes.
I was going to say the hunt for Dead October.
Oh, I kind of like the hunt for dead. You know what? That's where it's going now. All right, the hunt for Dead October it is. None of them are in the complete column. This is fucked.
Well, now the Trevor and Tyler one is.
Oh, good, good.
It
I can put a big note on this one that says success.
Sadly,
Well, let's not say success.
you may not be done with them, but
I
they're
put-
done with
look.
us.
Look, I put success-ish, okay?
Okay, ish.
It was completed.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Capital success, lowercase-ish.
It was a-
Success, I'm going to put in...
It was a
completed.
pass.
We got paid.
It was terminated on amicable terms.
There you go.
We got a
Paid
deed,
in
okay?
full. Paid in full. There, notes. That's all that matters to me. I'm just, look, I'm keeping track of this stuff. This is sort of my job, even though somebody else is representing the hearth.
Breakfast.
Sure,
Speaking of which,
Breakfast.
Oh boy. We're about to have a change in authority, aren't we?
it's like a Twonk, like after he has, well, during this particular breakfast, now that cinnamon rolls have become available, he spent like a good half of it just like licking at the cinnamon roll before finally eating it.
Okay, Vinny.
But but after that, it's like a attempting to clean his paws. Um, before we should all scatter to the four corners, I believe that there is certain
We're breaking
matters
up?
that we must discuss.
Shut up, Valis.
Okay.
Due to circumstances, including the arrival of a new companion, perhaps we should take the time to reconsider our roles within our group.
I mean, that's a fair point.
I think I'm starting to understand Twunk.
He said it very plainly.
That
really
makes
not that
sense.
hard.
But there was...
Anyway,
Continue.
And Chandra's nose starts to bleed.
There, there's a
She's-
little bit of blood trickling from her ear.
She's only a quarter into her coffee.
now you know why I stabbed him, right? It wasn't just because.
Tamberley, if anyone understands, I shot him. He died.
I don't understand why people made such a big deal out of it.
You did it in a public venue.
I get that part, but still. Anyway, moving on.
I believe there is at least one rule, perhaps two with certainty, that should be reconsidered. I just want to imagine the entirety of the table turns in a particular direction.
That's rude. You don't have to
Yes.
look at me like that.
No, we weren't looking at you at all.
Oh, Valis is sitting next to me, isn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah. You
Fuck.
lean back and you
Yeah,
realize
yeah.
you're looking at him.
Sorry. That's why I don't normally sit in front of you. Okay, so
So-
Val,
What
if you
what we
wouldn't-
should do now is actually plan out what spots we have. Can we just lay out what spots we have
that's
so
exactly
we
what I
can
was
talk
just...
about it instead of just looking at someone and being like, well, I don't know.
Okay, so before we had tactical split into two, which
Mhm.
was during and before combat. During, before,
Then we have
during.
the Earth liaison that covers all the paperwork and other
Right.
official matters.
And then Earth liaison, and then PR, basically, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't kind of relations, I think. Yeah, public. You were basically our PR person.
I was?
No, not you, fuckface.
No,
Oh,
Tamberley.
Timberlake. Okay.
for the town, yes. It
Sorry.
was.
That was a little aggressive.
It's
but
alright.
it was
Chandra
well
has not
deserved.
finished her coffee. I've told you this. Lorona is
Yeah, the
just
coffee is
watching
still-
this.
What?
The coffee hasn't even lowered to the almost there line yet.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it hasn't even cooled off to the point of first sip. Like, you're in a bad spot, friend.
Lorona's finally seeing Chandra outside of being in the contract. It's just like, oh fuck, she's a menace. I
Yeah.
see where her mom gets. Oh, yep. There's the connection.
Okay, so I
Soda up my nose.
Perfect. A little spicy for you.
So I think what we can do is we can
Pardon.
revoke the 2 positions involved in tactical, and we should leave that to 1 person, so it becomes more of like a one solid agenda that's not contradictory in any way, shape, or form.
But your
even though I
2
don't think that
tactical
Twunk and
ones were supposed to be, one is tactically in nature and one's technically in suburb. That's what it was.
Was that how we had it broken?
Yeah, that's why Twunk was. If you guys were anywhere in the nature, Twunk was the lead on that. And if it was anywhere inside of towns or things like that, then it was you.
Okay, I like that. But I think that we can change that position.
Yeah,
to
I'm just clarifying
keep
what it was.
Perfect.
No,
Well,
thank
we
you
can
for
keep
that.
it. We can keep it the same, and so nature and urban is what I'm going to put it as. And I think that opens up a great spot for our new member.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Lorna could be super tactical in town.
and then Hearth liaison relations and oh god, I'm trying to think of a great thing to make up for Valis.
Meat connoisseur.
Accommodations. Accommodations liaison.
So I just want to make sure that makes it sound like when you guys are on a thing and you guys need a.
You want you want them to hate us immediately?
And
Damn it, you're right. Never mind.
I
That's
was
terrible.
gonna say, you go into a new town, it's gonna be up to Valos to find you guys a place to
Oh
sleep
no,
for the night.
I thought it was like more people like come in and meet us.
No.
And
I
Valis
was
in charge of,
thinking I was thinking he like finds us our meals in our hotel rooms. No, fuck that. That's right. That's a bad idea. That's a terrible idea. Holy
Okay.
shit.
Here's
I saw that play out in front of my face and I just had my heart is racing.
We're going to the
Holy
largest
shit.
town on the continent. Valos is like, "Ooh, guys, I found a
But I'm
great
bigger than
deal on the
words,
place."
dude.
You guys, end up
Guys,
being
this
in,
one
like,
has
the
talking
chief's quarter.
ponies. Let's go stay at the other place. What's this one have? Mosquitoes.
Well, no, the best part about it is that Shin
Mosquitoes.
Valis does have like criminal underground contacts, and so you guys would be staying at places where those contacts would be working.
No,
Uh-huh.
no.
I mean, that's not a terrible idea.
That's like going into
For Valis.
going into a city, and instead of staying at a Hilton or something, you're staying at the Days Inn that charges by the hour.
Motel 6.
Right?
Yeah.
There we go. Shin, I mean, I never thought that I would... God damn it, Valis. I never thought I would use this word when describing you, but I mean, you could be in charge of
Useful.
urban intelligence. I don't like that word with Valis. But I mean, like, he does have kind of underground contacts that makes him feel included and important, and he might actually, like, broken clocks right twice a day.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I've got an urchin background too, so we can
You know what?
work together.
I think the two of you, we could get rid of PR, and we could all work on PR together, in our own way. And the two of you doing an urban intelligence, I trust the two of you getting it done more than just Valis. I mean, I trust Valis getting it done, but I don't at all.
No, I don't.
Hold on, let's see. I know I'm not
But-
doing this all in character, in accent, because like my voice
Yes.
is basically shot right now. But I will roll real quick just to see how terribly this goes.
But honestly, like we can do this. Like he and I can do this together. It's
Oh, yeah,
one of
nobody
those
believes
things
me.
though that, like, after I get some training from Twunk,
You know what?
it might be actually like better.
This is a good team building exercise for you two.
I really hate that coming out of your mouth.
I
I really want to punch it out of
so
your mouth right
so
now.
so here's the thing. As myself, as not Chadra, I hate that too. That hurts every fiber of my being because every team building
Right
exercise I've
now.
ever been a part of
I will
makes me
fucking
want to
do it
stab
if
someone in the neck.
this is what we're doing. I will do it, and it will be horrible. And
But I feel like Chadra would be so into that corporate bullshit that she'd be like, "This would be an excellent team building exercise after your guys' encounter."
yes, I can't wait.
Synergy.
Oh,
I'm
That
I'm
hurt my
just-
soul. All right, urban intelligence.
Right, everybody remember our acronym, SASSY?
Oh, urban intelligence. That's Team Talus Vamberley.
Sorry. Did we just change
Tamass.
the team name to Sassy?
No, it's a
It was
joke
a
about
joke.
how
I
how,
should hope so.
like team building seminars try to make
Oh,
hatchy
if you're gonna
acronyms
come up,
for
yeah, if
stupid
you're gonna
shit.
come up with a name, it needs to have a stupid acronym with it. Like if it was sassy, it'd be something like, uh soldiers always
Synergy.
uh saving synergistic
Ukuleles. All right, cool.
Synergizing,
no, that's-
synergizing associates save
Uh,
several.
I'm just putting this out here right now.
God,
Don't
all of
talk
this
too-
hurts me.
Don't talk too
Oh.
loud, because apparently the Hearth takes things into account that they can hear, and they might actually change it whether you like it or not.
God, that kills my soul a little bit.
No.
Next
Yeah,
time you guys
that's-
appear, there's gonna be some banners that say sassy,
Hmm.
billboards that say synergy.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
tactical urban. That is going to be Lorona, unless she's opposed to that.
No, I
What are
like
the
that.
If you'll permit me a moment,
I'm just
Like,
putting down the
I-
proposal right now. That's all.
I can do tactical, urban, and intelligence.
Shh. The adults are speaking.
Don't maybe stab you again.
well, honestly, there are, at the very least, two things we should actually be looking at first. Like, who 100% is going to be the Hearth liaison? Like, again, just before we even look at anything else, because
Yes.
Not me.
I'll do it. It's fine.
So you're
Child-
you're the face.
she's the person who does the paperwork.
Yes.
Uh,
I will be the one who
I mean,
reviews
she does the
contracts.
paperwork already, but still.
Yes. But now the decision can't be sprung on me.
Us.
Us. Sprung on us.
You are correct.
This is a we.
and
We are
honestly,
a team.
above table, just because she's already established a relationship with another foreign leader, I would actually would sooner put Lorona as Terramesh relations.
Are you saying who's I've established with another leader?
Lorona.
Lorona. She
Oh.
is
Oh, okay.
the official Teramish
Okay.
Ablal connection.
Then
She does. She
tactical-
has the card.
Okay, then
She already has one connection, so I cannot but feel like we could possibly build on that. And she,
So
I think, out of all of us, I think has the highest charisma.
out of what relation? What was the relations that you said?
A
Terramesh
ball.
relations.
Terramesh relations.
If we,
Highest
because
what?
basically, if we get any more,
Charisma.
well, if we do get any additional embassies, or start establishing relations between Terramesh and other
Oh, there are
other
two
areas,
embassies
then
already here.
There you go.
that's what I mean, more embassies.
So, Lorona, what is your charisma?
14 plus 2.
Yeah, it's definitely better than all of ours.
Uh-huh.
Mine's 9 minus 1. So not great on that, but I can do paperwork.
11.
I can kill things.
Okay, well, so all right, Valis and Tamberley, that leaves an opening for the tactical urban side of things.
Valis' hand goes up.
Put your hand down.
People can also have more than one job. These jobs are more of you guys not having to internally fight over who's doing what when things get decided for you all.
I get it.
The only one that needs to be put forth is technically the Hearth liaison, because they're the one that signs for the contracts. So as far as the outside
That's
world
why,
goes, that's the only one that's specific.
Well, that's why honestly, the two top things were the Hearth liaison and I honestly thought like like that representative thing was actually a good second thing, just so that's like
For
like a
sure,
default.
yes.
Hey, if there's going to be like an important meeting, who should at minimum be there? Uh, Although I will
For
say
sure.
that like, especially if Lorona is feeling um uh tense, Twunk would actually like offer himself to possibly be as like he wouldn't use the word assistant, advisor maybe, or
Counselor.
So we could stick with
that's
the.
no, you know what? That's excellent. That's an excellent word for it. Her counsel.
For sure,
He
yeah.
uses that word all the time.
So what we could do is with this urban intelligence thing, because you might have already said this, but I was saying goodnight to my kid. Um, we could put urban intelligence under the urban technical side too, and then Timberlake could keep both spots and help with urban intelligence.
I don't need to keep any spots. I'm just here to do my job. Let me nice to people. And that's what is supposed to be happening this morning. I'm supposed to be learning how to be nice to people. Is that why we're here?
Well, we're getting there.
All right.
So what? Okay,
Well,
where did we fall on positioning?
like
The-
okay, so like at least it's from what it's sounding like. Chadra is Hearth liaison. It's like
Yep.
while
Yes.
um while Lorona and Twunk are kind of like going to be like a combo with respect to uh like a Terramesh representation, like
Okay.
with Lorona like being the actual representative, but Twunk as a sort of like buoy. It's like offering like any counsel that she might need. It's like,
Okay.
and then I think I actually liked your idea of both Valis and Tamberlay sharing the urban responsibility in the
That sounds
similar
fine.
way
Yeah.
that Lorona and Twunk are
Urb.
sharing the representative's responsibility.
So urban intelligence and tactics, Valis and Tamberlake.
So if we have a
Earth
problem with
liaison,
around
Chadra.
here, we go to Twunk and Lorona, and if they don't have an answer, then we go to Chadra. Perfect.
Yep.
Got it.
And then
Twunk will probably
I'm
have
just gonna
to
put
maintain his role as
Advisor.
nature.
like whatever that formal title might be, because I don't think
We
the
don't have
party
formal
trusts
titles.
Valis after their forest excursion.
Yeah. I just have you under tactical nature. So I can do. Let's do. That sounds weird if I say it like that.
It has literally been an hour and a half, and I am hungry.
There's been cinnamon rolls on the
Charles,
table this entire time.
I know, but they've been getting cold and stuff. And is there any sausage or like any meat in
No.
the back there? None. Okay. Well, sorry. I thought I'd ask. Not even from last night.
We give it to the animals.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Like, whoops, we spilled some of the cinnamon from the cinnamon rolls onto the sausage.
I'll be all right with that. I'm just... Anyway, I need to go, or we're gonna have lessons, or what? Because in like an hour.
All right. Well, we can just take Valis off of the Hearth liaison portion of this, and we'll iron out the rest of the details later.
We got it.
I believe that since we have come to this decision completely within our own minds and bodies and not in some beyond some fourth wall, I believe it would be best for us to inform the Hearth of this change so that there is no confusion at a later date for having forgotten to do so.
For sure. We need to go to you, Chadra, instead of Valis.
We'll grab Valis and we're going to walk over to Charles.
Charles is
I will get.
just cleaning plates.
Wave at Charles. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, so we're making some changes to the structure of bad decisions.
Alright.
I
About to pull off his party
Believe-
hat, just like, is he going? Is he going? Is he going?
I'm going to be taking over as the liaison between our group and the Hearth for Valis.
Oh, I see.
I was wondering what the procedure is that we'll have to go through, if there's any forms that need to be filled out.
Well, the official change can't happen until you all
Level up.
level up.
Okay.
Rank up, I should say.
Well, we can at least pen down a proposal and have it in place for when that does happen.
Yes, of course. It'll actually be part of your ranking up ceremony. We just change the sigils around a bit
Perfect.
between the liaisons.
Wait, hold on. Is this like a trigger bill where it's just like the form will be automatically processed when X, Y, or Z happens?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
How do I leveling up?
So, yeah, well, then, yes, then we whatever we need to do to just have that in place so that so it happens as quickly as possible and as painlessly as possible for everyone.
Yes, when the ranking up happens, that's what we ask, if there's going to be any sort of monumental change within your ranks. Name the group, liaisons, people leaving, people going. That's usually when you get asked. It's when the terms of the contract can be redefined a little bit.
Great.
So,
All right.
as long as you both are there for the rank up, then it should be fine.
I don't think we'll have a problem with anyone not showing up to meetings they're supposed to be at.
No.
Feel
Hard
like
stare.
there's possibly an undertone to that, but I'm just gonna look past it and just smile and nod.
I'll
Ghostly
fill
Tabaxi
you-
just nods behind Charles.
I'll fill you in later, Charles. You missed quite a bit, and some of it you might find funny, and some of it's just sad.
Ooh, okay. Something to look forward to.
Why?
But yeah, you guys can get that done when you guys end up breaking up. Should be fine.
Awesome.
Yay, I'm still a liaison.
No, not really.
He looks at you and goes, "We're all so excited about it."
I'll still help him with the paperwork.
Okay, that's good.
I'm essentially taking the duties. It's informal for now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Consider me being, I don't know, shepherded into this position by the current liaison.
Yeah, wait. Can I, give her power of attorney?
Shh, the adults are speaking.
As long as you're ambulatory and can make decisions based on your own judgment and brain function, no, you can't.
Brain function, is
I'm-
that a specificity?
I'm looking at Chandra.
His level of brain function.
She's really, her hand's getting real close to that fucking wrist whip.
Oh, actually, I am imagining that brief flashback to 3 months ago when, like one of those worm things, squeezed himself out of someone's head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep. Also,
Ew.
I'm very much remembering also several months ago when I shot Valis and then I promised I wouldn't do it ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I'm still wondering why we don't have an embassy from somebody else because just of that. Just as I stabbed him in the stomach.
Are you openly asking that?
No.
Okay.
Remember,
I would not do that in front of Charles right now.
Gotcha.
I
Because he
definitely
is-
shot Valis in a private public place.
It was the fact that it was done in front of a prince of that country.
Blah blah blah. Anyway,
Yeah, mine was done upstairs when we were
pronounced
the only ones
Buffalo.
at the hearth.
I apologize for it later. Just not in front of y'all. Anyway,
All right, we'll go back to the group and fill them in on the details that Valis is still our liaison until we rank up.
Technically.
all right. I mean,
Which wait, isn't that like not that different than what I'm currently doing? I'm like, didn't I already get told I just sit there and smile and sign the papers?
Guys, it's becoming self-aware. We need to shut it down.
Turn the AI off. Unplug it. Unplug it.
He shakes his head. Oh man. Hi guys.
I don't know what happened.
She puts the rapier back in its sheath.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. But here's the deal: like, you have to talk for all of us. You have to talk to all of us before you decide something.
No spontaneous decisions.
None.
Yeah,
Not one.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to make decision.
That is not true. That's not true, Valis.
You're allowed to
You're
make
allowed to
decisions.
make a decision on your own. Just slow up. Please consult us first.
And if it has anything
That's
to do
all.
with, you're
That's all
allowed
we've
to,
ever asked.
you're 100% allowed to make decisions on behalf of the group when it comes to urban intelligence and tactics, as long as you consult with Tamberley.
Okay.
Listen, if we're gonna make this town better, let's talk. So I've got a lot of ideas too, but still.
You could talk about those ramparts you wanted to put in.
Yeah, well,
Did you say no, Tamberley?
I never said that. No,
Oh, I thought you
Alice
said
got
no. 'Cause
excited.
because if you
I said
did, I
yeah.
was definitely.
Well,
Oh, okay, well, good. That's basically the same response of like, oh, okay, I'll take that one when we get to it.
pretty
That's
much,
how
yeah.
Good. Chadra's gonna give you the look of like, it's literally like it's that look of like, I'm just saying this to get him to shut the fuck up, and I hope you understand.
What is a rampart?
Alice?
It's a wall around the town.
I look at
pretty much.
Twunk. And I go, oh, come here. I'll tell you all about them.
And now a scene
Oh,
of
yours.
him trying to explain paddling now replays, but this time ramming parts.
I can't wait for you to try and establish what this is to Twunk.
Alice, this sounds very, very interesting and stuff for Twonk, but we kind of
Job to do.
Twonk and I like need to. Well, we have time that we need to spend together, and I apologize for taking it away from you, but
Oh,
there
it's
are
okay.
things that we need to talk about something real quick, and we talked about this last night, and yes, excuse us, please. And she will try her best to grab Twonk and go outside, hoping that he understands what I'm trying to get at.
Twunk, I think Tamberley's impatient to begin her lessons.
Punk's not here right now. Please leave a message after the tone.
Oh,
Beep.
oh, that makes it even more awkward than it already was. Oh,
You accidentally grabbed Twunk at the crack of the neck, you know, where it
Yeah,
makes.
my mouse didn't move in a while.
I would never touch his neck ever.
Sorry. As I was saying, in the void that nobody could hear,
Yes.
it's like,
Yeah.
well, Twunk couldn't possibly confuse it for the other thing where a woman is grabbing a man by the hand and leading them out the door for some privacy. So,
You'd be surprised. It is Twunk.
It's Tamberlay.
but
All
yes,
right.
like Twunk does go along, although possibly being dragged along because she still is infinitely stronger than him.
No, he would. She would grab his hand and say all the things that she said, and if he did not come immediately, she would nod and like. If she's not pulling him out, she will meet him outside. At least. She knows her priorities right now.
Well, he won't be coming, but he will be going with you.
Okay.
But so the two of them go outside.
In which case, Twunk will look down at Tamberlay. I believe I know a place that is good for these sorts of activities.
All right. I should follow.
Go, and we go back to the pond.
The pond.
Yep.
Okay.
Pond that doesn't look so much like a pond anymore,
It does look like a pond, actually.
but a nicer pond.
Pond with more greenery.
A cleaner one, actually. I'm fine with that.
They got all the algae out. But Twunk, as he brings you over, he's then going to sit down, cross-legged, and gesture for you to do the same.
Okay. I thought we were getting on the same level. That's fine. Okay.
But we are on the same level.
Well, technically, when you're doing that, and I'm standing up, we're on the same level, yes. But yes.
Are you
And she
more relaxed
sits
as you
down.
stand?
Huh?
Are you more relaxed when you stand or when you sit?
Honestly, I can't say. I mean, she's trying to figure out like, is it easier to talk to you when you're sitting down and she's standing up, or if she's sitting down with you? It's not the whole comfortable wise. She's really. I'm rolling a dice. I'm rolling a die. Even she's sitting, odd she's not. She sits down right next to.
Now, there is a teaching amongst my people. We are taught as young kittens that each and every one of us contains a storm within us. One that is constantly raging.
Yes. And she flicks her fingers on the ground and like sparks. Well, sparks happen. Yeah, there's a storm.
Twunk nods. We are told this as kittens because from that age we begin to learn how best to control this storm. For the power of this storm is also the power of our will, power of our spirit. And yet, if we allow it to rage too powerfully, it could just as easily consume us entirely.
All right.
So, we must find what will bring your storm peace, while yet still allowing it to rage as it wants.
I I don't I mean there are so many situations like when somebody tries to kick your ass, I get real mad and I take care of business. When um no, when someone does something stupid, it makes me so angry. Um I don't know,
Let
like
us consider.
when we are together and we are in danger, it's not that I get angry. I get actually the opposite. I get scared, and that's what makes me rage. I get scared for y'all. I don't yeah, like when we're like the last few months on the boat and when we're talking to people, yeah, I get angry real bad, real fast. And I don't know how to control that. But it's not that I want to kill people for that. No offense, but Valis makes me mad sometimes, and that dagger was not to be a jerk about the whole thing. It was just like he said something that made me mad. He kind of insulted me for a second, and I did that, and I apologized for it later. But there are other things that there are so many other things. Like I don't know which one I'm supposed to get mad at, or be angry at, or let it take over. There are so many things, Twunk. I don't understand which ones I'm supposed to let go and let happen, or rein in and not let happen.
Then it would seem to me that your unique storm seems to perceive all that surrounds it as a danger to itself. This not be true?
Kind of. I mean, I'm not quite clear on what you're asking me, but there is something inside me that wants to protect
You
and
are
take care
unable
of.
to discern what is a danger and what is. He pauses for a moment. Simply an inconvenience. Then perhaps this is where we start.
Yes. Apparently, yes. Because some things make me angry, and some things annoy me the fuck. I don't know sometimes which one is which. And sometimes when we were supposed to be nice and polite and cordial,
This part
I
may
lose myself.
require extended lessons. So rather than focusing on that for today, I have an exercise for you. And
Is
it
it punching
is
something? Because I'm about to punch something real bad.
Like, blink, as in chooses to blink.
no.
I'm sorry. It's like all this talk about like discipline and stuff like that. I just need to. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to punch something real bad.
Wonk is going to sit up briefly, adjust himself so that he is sitting directly in front of Tamberlay, and he is going to put a stone into her hand.
She looks up
shall-
quizzically, like,
Start with this. I want you.
I pause this for a moment.
I perhaps should explain with a question. Amberlay, have you ever seen me with anger? Have you ever seen my storm rage?
takes a minute. She sits there for just a few minutes, and not a few minutes. It doesn't take her that long. Yes. Yes, I have, but it's not the same storm that I have.
I am simply asking the question.
Yes. Yes, I have. It's subtle, but it's not the same thing.
See, Tamberlay, have been a number of times where my storm has raged, and yet it has not appeared to the surface. As I have built the discipline within myself to take care of it inside rather than out. But since you are inexperienced with this particular way of calming one's storm, we shall be using that.
As he points to the stone in your hand.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to throw it at Alice? Or
He
whoever
blinks,
pisses me
he
off?
chooses to blink again.
No. With this stone, it should be durable enough. I want you to imagine within your mind's eye visage of Valis. Close your eyes if you must.
Timberlake grows a third eye.
And
Tamberlay do so, or
she grips the stone and she starts squeezing it so fucking hard. She doesn't hate Valis. After all this stuff, you guys, she doesn't hate Valis. She doesn't. He just vexes her a lot. She Starts squeezing it very tightly.
For no apparent reason.
Oh, no, exactly for the same reason you think.
Like Twunk noticing this, just like,
As you can feel, you are
Val?
thinking about something that causes
Yeah.
you
Can I do a strength check to see if I break the rock?
You're not that strong.
Okay, good.
that's why he picked a rock. Because he didn't think a stress ball would live.
Because she's
Good on
squeezing
you.
it real hard. But you can tell on her face that she's not angry. She's just frustrated. That's all.
Yeah, that's the point.
She's,
That's the point.
yeah.
Twunk is going to say,
these feelings, these stresses, frustrations,
annoyances. Like his voice briefly getting like getting lower, and then clears his throat.
when they are coming to consume you, when you feel this storm raging within, I would like for you to try channeling this energy into the stone within your hand instead. You shall not throw it, you shall not use it as a weapon. It is merely something to channel into storm in a safer way.
She does it. She does it. She holds on. She holds on. Her fist is shaking so fucking hard. But she holds on. I understand. I'm trying to understand. It doesn't make sense though. Like, why can't I just like punch it in the fucking ground? Like, why can't I just make a hole in something? Or can't I just break the whole fucking rock at the same time? Why not just get rid of it? Isn't that what rage is for? Isn't that what this whole thing is for?
As we continue our discussions, our training, we shall focus more at the heart of your storm, but understand for now that your desire to protect others, this stone will help you to protect others in a different way.
Alright.
Or if you are the danger, then how can you protect those you wish to protect?
She lets go of the rock. She drops it completely.
Make a perception
Am
check.
I? Who?
Both of you.
She doesn't. No, she doesn't. She doesn't see anything. She looked right at Twonk.
Oh,
She drops the
Perception,
rock. Am I the danger? And she genuinely like asks. She's scared. She looks at you scared. I'm like, all of a sudden, because you just said that, she doesn't. She didn't ever realize that. Am I the danger to us?
We are all a danger if we allow our inner storms to consume us. Which is why we train ourselves to use it as necessary. seem
I
to
didn't
be
know what I would roll for
about.
that to see if she would start crying or not. Would it be wisdom or
It's up to you. If you're trying to hold something back, it'd be con. If you were trying to open your mind to
I think
something,
it is
that'd be wisdom.
Constitution? Yeah. Damn. That was not what I was expecting. Okay, she will drop it off. She'll pick it up again. I understand. I don't think that I can do this again for the rest of the day, if you don't mind. I think I need to go home a little bit. But
Take all the time that you need.
we'll be ready
Not every,
tomorrow.
not every current flows swiftly.
I will be ready tomorrow. And she'll pick up the rock and head back to the hearth. Alone, with her head down.
Yes. Meanwhile, in another part of Terramesh,
Right? Please.
About 100 feet away, inside the hearth.
How was that vodka, Val?
What's everybody else doing?
Oh god. Sorry, I'm just a little.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You just woke up.
I'm gonna go to Firebolt.
Fireball?
Fireball, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Alone?
Well,
Or
well,
why?
If you,
I-
I mean,
I
if you
was-
want to, that's fine. I'm not going to stop
no,
you, but
I was gonna invite Chadra and
you don't need to invite Chandra. Chandra always goes to fireballs. I'm just saying, like, I don't know that you've ever gone to fireballs alone successfully.
no, not successfully.
successfully.
Anybody's done a fireball alone successfully.
I think the last time you went there, you actually got hit by traps.
I did. Last
That's what I
time I
thought.
went alone.
Yeah.
Yes. So no, I would have definitely asked you to come with me.
Fine.
I would like your opinion on some things.
What are you hoping to accomplish?
He gets a crazy look in his eye and a smile.
You do realize that, like, psionics is not really my thing.
No, you're not picking up the twin. Oh, okay. I want exploding arrows.
Yes, Fireball would be able to help you with that. But I would probably start with talking with an alchemist.
Well, that was on the list, but I really kind of wanted to get you two in the same room on that topic because I kind of feel like the two of you together would come up with an arrow that would be just beautiful.
Well, you would need to hollow out an arrow, and then you would have to create a pressure chamber inside of it, probably use a solid fuel, and then have a core that would break igniting it.
I just grab your hand and go, come on, fireballs.
No. I could come up with a prototype and then go speak with Fireball. He's literally the only blacksmith in town. He doesn't have... Designing something is going to cost you significantly more.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, one of the main things that you saw, because you weren't here, when you got into Fireball's place, was that it seems that he has taken some mechanics from your designs into mine and has created semi-robotic arms that help him with his forging processes.
Nice.
And
This is almost also bigger, you said.
yeah, he's gone from 4 forges to 6 forges
Great.
inside of his tent. And the requisite space to
Excellent
handle everything.
multitasker.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
yeah,
probably the backlog to also.
Your for now, I would highly advise not bothering him with a half-baked idea. No offense.
None taken.
Let me work the design a little bit on my own. And when I have something, I'll go to Fireball with it, and we'll see if we can refine the idea from there.
Okay. So you're gonna design the exploding arrow.
You essentially want a bullet.
He's just gonna kind of like smile at you.
You want a bullet that, instead of it exploding and then the gas pressing out the projectile, which gets funneled through a barrel, which gives it the velocity that it needs to go the distance, it builds the pressure up and it explodes within the area that it's sitting, for lack of a better term.
Valis is like looking at you with a glazed look.
I'll work on it.
I just want the arrow to go. Ew.
I'll work on it. It's fine.
He goes, woohoo!
It's fine.
Thank you,
Nuance.
Chadra.
Nuance is lost on you.
You're the best teammate ever.
Yeah. So we have 3 weeks off?
At least, yeah.
Okay. In that 3 weeks, I will put a little bit of time and effort into the exploding arrow.
Got it.
But predominantly I'm going to spend it helping and working on my smithing skills with Fireball.
Okay.
Because I was kind of doing that before. I was like going over there and trying to like get better at smithing so that I can...
Yeah,
do
for your
things.
specific stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to continue doing that, and also like helping him in any way that I can. Even if it's like kind of taking an apprentice role for him, like even if it means I just have to keep the forges lit part of the time, like, you know. So you got to start sweeping the floor.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's definitely
Mhm.
sweeping the hair up at a barbershop type of
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah, the most he would have you do is, you know, help rotate some of the arms as they take things in and out of the forge, but that's about
Yep.
it. And keep the bellows running.
You maybe get to touch the chips once in a while.
I mean, it basically what it's allowing you is the capability for him to be like, okay, you can use one of my anvils to fuck around with your shit, as long as you help me out with it's a little quid pro quo.
Oh yeah, no, it would very much be helping him out to as much as possible. Like, I know I'm technically proficient in Smith's tools, but like, just broadening my ability is what I'm doing.
Yeah. Sound
So-
good? All right.
Taking the time to gain proficiency in more of tool.
Tool more, yes, no. Big brain. But yeah,
Then,
go ahead.
then instead of going to fireballs,
Okay.
Oh, you can still go over there if you want to. You don't have to listen to Chadra.
I mean,
Or
I
even
really,
Stop
let her
before.
know that it's coming.
I just really wanted to go over there to get you guys on an exploding arrow.
I mean, literally, like, I don't know how to say this, and I understand that Valis wouldn't understand this, but I feel like I just have to say it anyways. You literally just want a bullet that has the projectile crimped a little bit more.
Yeah.
He wants a grenade.
I want a grenade. I
You-
want an exploding arrow.
You essentially want a bullet that misfires in the barrel.
Yes, yes, but there are two different kinds. There is the scientific one that you are proposing, and there is also the magical version of. And sadly, you are not proficient in the magical version, so he's barking up the wrong tree pretty much. If what I'm
Wait.
hearing is true.
I
Wait,
mean,
there's a way to make arrows magically explode?
You can
Oh,
buy
Betty, you
exploding
could-
arrows.
You can enchant them, yes. You can have them enchanted so that you do not have to go.
That is something I believe Earthamarsh had at one point.
Yes, it was. But they are very expensive because they are enchanted.
Yeah,
They're not mechanical.
yeah. There's no failure in these.
then there's a super simple one of attaching a little black powder bag to the front and lighting your
Yeah.
arrow on fire, and hopefully it catches.
I have
Right.
dynamite. I was gonna strap one.
Also, like how you gonna light it on fire that you're gonna shoot it, but
So let me hold on
That's
hold on for
different,
that real
yeah.
quick. Valis, let's think about this. You want to strap what's the average weight of a stick of dynamite?
About a pound.
About a pound. To an arrow that weighs how many pounds?
Not even like an
Yeah.
eighth of a pound.
There
yeah,
we
that's
go.
the problem.
No,
and then you want
He's got the iron arrows.
I
And
do
then you-
archery.
to light the fuse and
No,
shoot
we get it.
and have it detonate on your target, not before or after.
We get it. That's why he wants enchanted ones.
I know. I know.
Okay.
Which
just-
is why, like,
I'm glad you
and
I'm glad you came to me with this idea, not like let Valis figure it out on his own, because I feel like you'd be a real useless archer with one arm.
no, that's the thing. Valis did figure it out on his own. He did something smart. He's learning, guys. He's learning.
Becoming self-aware.
Kill the fire before it evolves.
I just don't know what happened. Like he was suddenly like mauled to death by 8 wolves in the forest, and
They all spoke in metaphors.
Pissed him off that badly? Wow, okay.
Wait, he didn't
Anyway.
revive? What do you mean? What do you mean somebody murdered the gnome in the basement beforehand?
who had keys to that place?
Hey, Lorona,
Yes.
you got something to do today?
I wanted to go over to the alchemy store and maybe
Oh.
look around a little bit at the other store.
The alchemist. Oh, we do have a new one of those, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you want to? My job is to, well, as opposed to last night's talking and stuff. Valence and my job is to do relations or go around and talk to people in the town and stuff. Then I would love you. I would love it if you would come with me because I need to go there too. But I would love you to come and meet someone that I already know. You know, to get us started and stuff. If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
She's great. Her name is Thalfa. She runs the inn in the town.
Her name is what?
Thalfa. Thofa. Thalfa. She's a real sweetheart. And I need to check in on her. And then let's go to the apothecary because I cannot wait to get there. It's driving me nuts that I haven't been there yet. Would you be willing, or do you want to just go to the apothecary?
Yeah, we can go there.
All right. And we will go over to the inn.
Okay. Going to the inn, it's a bit busy.
Good.
Thafa is currently not there.
She's not.
No, but human male is. Work at the front desk. You guys approach. No, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Well, we're just here to check up on Thalfa and make sure that she is all right. And make sure if she needs anything.
She's fine. Last I checked.
My name is Tamberlane, by the way. I'm from the Iron Hearth, and this is Lorona.
Nice to meet you too. She's fine. She had night shift, so she's sleeping.
And your name is?
Reginald.
Oh, I'm sorry, which? Reginald?
Yes. Sorry. Did you have some sort of connection with Thalfa? Were you? I know you said from the Hearth, but were you doing stuff for her? I don't understand your relation.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not allowed to be friends?
No, you came here
All
saying
right, then.
doing stuff for her.
No. We were... I am... I'm sorry. I got off on the wrong foot, apparently. Hello, my name is Tamberlane. I'm from the Iron Hearth, and, I am trying to... I don't know. I'm the relation of... Like, I'm the person that if you need something or want something from somewhere else, we go and get it for you.
Oh, you must be from the group that's been gone for a while.
Yes.
Yes, there's already a merchant relations advisor for the Hearth.
Oh. All right.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't told, and I apologize, Reginald. I appreciate you letting me know.
In the old building
But
where the construction office is, it has also been renovated to include said individual. I believe their name is... Oh, it escapes me.
Name here.
Sorry, what was that?
It escapes me as well.
Right. I... little half-elven boy.
By the
Forgot his
And
name.
Lorona, you see Tamberlane starts seething a little bit.
Half-elven boy. No, I'm not sure of his
Half-elven
name,
boy.
but he's the merchant relations now between the Hearth
Okay,
and the
okay.
merchants.
Okay. Yeah, and do you happen to remember his name, little half-elven boy?
No, just said I don't remember his name, but he's a little half-elven boy that works in the
Okay.
construction office.
Perfect. Okay. All right, so then I will we should probably go over there and find that out then. Huh?
Yes. Have a great day.
It's nice meeting you, Reginald. Have a good day.
By the way, how do you spell your name? I just need to compare it to this this placard underneath this button.
Fuck space YOU. That was the
Your name
12.
is Thalfa, not fuck you. Anyway, I will. Thank him kindly and then walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Walk out and look up at Lorona. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can handle the teachings of Twonk. I don't know if I can do this. I really want to just kick somebody's ass right now.
Makes me
I was
feel
gonna
like
ask how that went.
it makes me feel like
What'd you say?
a middle-aged Bostoner who's gone to like a Taoist temple for the first day, and then walks out and immediately
No.
gets their shoes stepped on.
It makes me feel like I just walked into my hometown and somebody took my job away. That's exactly what's happening right now. What'd you say, Lorona?
I was just gonna ask how it went with Twunk.
Oh, I mean, it made sense. It all made sense. It all makes sense. And she pulls out the rock and puts it in her hand and starts squeezing it. It's like, it makes sense. It's just very hard to. It's very hard to uphold. Shall we go to the apothecary?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go. And I will follow you as she is like squeezing the fuck out of this room.
Val.
Yeah.
If you need, do you get a rough idea of what I was trying to say with that message?
Yeah.
Okay. I would try and mock up something real quickly, I guess.
Well, I was actually going
To
to ask
have-
you a backup question to that. So it's only going to have the explosive powder of about a cartridge?
Yeah, that
Okay.
just for the initial like mock up to see for testing purposes. And I would try and like.
Your cartridges are about the width of the iron arrows.
Oh, perfect.
I'm just saying, like,
Um,
you'd have to slim down a cartridge for it not to basically take up the... Because if you're trying to cut the iron arrow for the cartridge to fit in there without
No,
screwing the
not in
integrity...
there.
Oh, just to the side of it?
Basically, right now, like if you imagine like the iron arrow with the arrowhead.
Yep.
If you take like if you just cut off right behind the arrowhead and you put the back of the cartridge
Okay.
like with essentially a firing pin on it,
Mm-hmm.
like there, so that it would, once it impacts with whatever it's being shot at, that would cause the ignition source, and then the end that would normally have the projectile coming out of it being completely crimped off, so that it causes the pressure to build up inside and explode out of the cartridge.
Yeah, I gotcha. I'm just saying, since the cartridge is usually the same complete width that the arrow is,
Okay.
you'd either have to do like the cartridge half in the arrow and half not to keep the integrity of the arrow itself.
Okay.
Without having to do like massive redesigns, because these iron arrows are one solid piece. There's no arrowhead.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
So you wouldn't be able to like insert the entire casing into the arrow because it would take the place of the arrow. So you could do half and half, like cut out a groove of the arrow shaft itself behind the arrowhead,
and then seed it in there.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, then I would probably do something like that, and I'd try and make probably 2 of them,
Okay.
and then I'll let Valis test them a little bit later, when we get back to him.
I will say that after dealing with the first one, no check necessary because I know the arrows that that Valis has. It's probably going to be easier, and bringing up Fireball, he would say it too. Probably be easier to cast a mold that has the opening already, rather than trying to physically, because it's not like you guys have blowtorches, so you're sawing into these things.
Yeah.
So after the first arrow, I'd say the arrow's trashed, and you realize, it's better just to do a mold. But
Okay.
you can use at least the arrow that you cut into. It will no longer function as an arrow, but you can use it for mold casting.
Okay, then I would be working on that and getting all that so that I can get my first couple I'd probably try and make like 2 or 3 actually, so that I can, because I know he's gonna screw up at least once.
Yeah, that's more of a week or two project. We're still on the first day.
Yeah. So once we get to that point, it'll be interesting, and I'll make sure that everybody's there to watch him test his arrows and stand at least 50 feet behind him before he shoots.
Wonderful.
Every part of me wanted Fireball to say, "Have you tried working the shaft?"
Fireball
Do our best.
in a French accent, sounding like some random tabaxi everyone knows, just says, that's what they all say. Amateurs.
To the apothecary, then.
To the apothecary. Do. Or wait, apothecary or alchemist?
Alchemist or apothecary?
I guess those are 2 different places.
Yep. All right.
Lorona, you wanted to go to one place, and I don't remember which one it was.
It was the alchemist.
Alchemist.
Because they have 2 shops in that one.
Perfect. Tamberley has no idea what to expect at all.
Oh, well, you go into the alchemy shop. You see the first floor is simpler tonics and solutions that everyday people might want to use or need for different things, from some stuff that's used in more of a construction and manufacturing process to stuff to quell stomach aches and put inside salves and such for rashes and cuts and abrasions. The second floor is a bit different, and it is relegated more to poisons, elixirs, potions, and the like.
Well, this is different.
And pretty much everything on the second floor, even though some of it is exposed and open to see on the tables, none of the stoppers are out, so you can't get immediate access to any of the liquids, and they are all firmly attached to the tables, so they cannot be walked off with.
Darn. I'm just kidding.
Are you though? I mean,
No, I am. I am.
can we ask for recipes, or you just looking around? I mean, we have some money if you want to like spend stuff on shit. Are you looking for poisons or rejuvenating things, or I mean, like, putting it out there, you don't need anything for your skin. You look fine. So don't waste your time downstairs, I guess.
That sentence could have been taken way different.
Oh.
I'm glad Megan was there with me.
What? I was trying to be real nice.
I know. I'm just saying it could have been taken very differently.
Yeah, I was. My mind was there too. It's
Okay, cool. Perfect.
You weren't alone.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm the only one not on that page.
Well, we all were.
That's because your intentions were innocent and were children.
Yes.
Yes, they were.
Sorry. I apologize.
Why? I mean, honestly, I want to go downstairs and get some nail polish too, but
The drow woman working the top floor.
what are you looking
and
for?
a drow man works the bottom floor. Stop it, Megan.
I bet he does. He works it so good.
And now Tamberlay's there too.
Anyway, what is it that you were, you know what? I'm just gonna stand here and wait for you to do what you need to do.
Is there anything specific you're looking for, Loretta?
Oh no, she was just gonna look around she wanted to look at the top floor stuff. for the poisons.
Poison specifically?
Yeah, or like stuff that you can apply to your weapons and stuff.
Roger that. Oops, there we go. Yeah, there's a few different types of poisons that they have. They have basic poisons. They have drow poison, and they have currently.
And that's the strong one, right?
The strongest one that they have currently is the wyvern poison. That's the strong one.
Okay, and what, like, she wants, like,
Easy.
Sorry.
she wants poisons that would work against different things. Just so she's ready for pretty much anything.
Right.
Like, is there something she could get, like, that's an assortment of, like, maybe 3 or 4 different ones?
Sounds like a poison sampler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does actually.
Right?
So the way that it works is that poison and the poison condition and poison damage is kind of all just generically poison. They don't specify like, oh, arachnid poison or snake venom or, any of these other things. It's all labeled under poison. So if a creature has resistance to poison, they have resistance to all poisons. Same thing with immunity. So you don't have to worry about too much on super specifics. Yeah, it would.
Okay.
Poison would just work in the poison general scheme of things. Now, poisons can do different things. Poisons can do different things depending on what they are. Like the drow poison.
Yeah, that's a sleepy bye poison.
Yeah, if they fail their saving throw, they become unconscious. And then the wyvern poison takes 7d6 poison damage on a failed save, on top of whatever weapon damage you do.
Is it halved or not?
Half as much on a success, yeah.
Okay. Who's upstairs selling stuff?
It's a female drow.
Her name?
You ask her name. Sorry.
Hello, my name is Tamperley, and this is my friend Lorona. We're from the
My
Iron
name
Earth.
is
What's
Venom.
your name? I bet it is.
The woman upstairs is Glenlee.
There you go. She got to it faster
Perfect.
than I could, because I'm on the poison page.
There you go.
Yeah, and as far as the poisons go, say that any vial of poison that you get would be good for 5 coatings before no longer having enough to be useful.
Okay.
Question about that. So if my friend Lorona put that on her dagger and she kept it for a while and then used it, would it still be viable?
It's only good for a
or
minute.
would it just? Oh, it's only for a minute.
It dries
Are
up.
there any Right. Are there any poisons that you have that work while they're dry? Just curious.
No, that wouldn't be a poison anymore. That would not be a liquid poison anymore. That'd be more of a solvent.
Right.
And solvents they have a hard time sticking to smooth surfaces.
Okay.
So unless you
I was just curious. That's all. I mean,
Who's ready for a chemistry lesson?
Okay, so she'll ask for
the wyvern poison is
What?
1,200 gold.
Yeah, she just wants a basic one and a drow one.
Okay. The drow one is 200 and a basic one is 100. So 30 platinum. Like I said, there's even for you too, Tam. There's potions and elixirs up here as well.
I mean, but what kind of potions?
A lot of different kind of potions.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really into it right now.
Potion of hill giant strength.
It only lasts for so long.
Greater
That's the
healing
problem.
potions.
No,
Bunch
I
of
mean,
resistance potions. Fire breath.
Oh.
Viagra.
she does not need that.
Fire
Oh.
breath?
Mind reading.
Oh. No, thank you. No, she's good. No, she's here supporting the Rona. Like, get that poison, girl. I mean, unless you want to like try to find something else. I mean, poisons sound fun. Ooh. Is there something I can put
No,
on my
she's
axe? That I keep it on there and like then it wouldn't wear off in like 2 seconds. That's fine. I get where you're coming from though. Like, you're a hell of a lot better at using poisons than I am. I just run up and kill things.
Do anything for you, Lorna?
that's all. That's all she needed. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then. Anybody else?
Wait, we're all there?
No, I mean anybody
No.
else want to do anything for the day?
No.
I would be working on those stuff that I was working on.
Yep.
Twonk would he would actually return to the hearth for a brief visit to Charles, mostly because since apparently like Veraforn has absconded away for a few days. Checking on the status of like relative safety of surrounding forest.
Okay.
At least with
That-
respect to like are the still like basically are the same precautions like active since the last time they were there, or
Yes. um. There's no. I mean, the curfew's still in place. Wandering out into the forest is frowned upon. They haven't had any sort of attacks or anything. Charles only knows that Veraforn did his little jaunt into the woods, but Charles isn't privy to, like, unless Veraforn wants to tell him, he's not gonna tell. He doesn't have to. So
no, he wouldn't be like Twonk wouldn't be expecting specifics. He was more just like seeing if there's been like any basically any changes to the code. But essentially, that you've answered that, where it's like or no, not code. That's there's a word for
The
this sort of
rules.
shit. Civil. No, civil code. I guess that would be the appropriate word. Anyway.
but as
So-
as far as the town goes, they're still under curfew. They're still frowned upon to go out into the forest in any random way, and usually caravans going to, from, in any of the directions are Ironhearth escorted, or have, if they're coming into town, they're usually escorted by their own mercenaries or town guard or whatever they may have.
In which case, like Twonk would then He'll go to visit Nathaniel.
Okay.
Assuming he's even at his stall.
Yeah, he'd still be at a stall. He's got he's got he still has gobbledygook for sale, but he's also got a few other things.
I guess like anything that seems familiar, or
Familiar, no, but also doesn't look super native to this area. It's a couple different types of fruit and a very large looking egg that he has proudly displayed. It is
wins to you, Nathaniel.
Oh, Trunk, welcome back. I was getting worried. I hadn't seen any of you guys around recently.
It is, as I said, now many weeks ago, we left for a mission, but we have made our return.
Yeah, well, I can see, and pretty much in one piece as well. That's good.
There were some complications.
Flashbacks again. Da 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 da.
Tong's face looks like he's PTSD from World War II. Got it.
But yes, we have returned, as you said, in one piece.
Oh, so obviously you've probably seen the town a little bit. It's changed. Got some new blood in here, but I think the main thing you'll be interested in. It looks like these, and he pats the gobbledygook. It looks like these are coming out of season. This is one of the last few ones that I've been able to harvest. But we've got some other fruits here from nearby plants, and of course my piece de la resistance. And he kind of
Blinks.
he kind of gestures to the egg-like situation, and being closer and looking at it now, it has almost a like an aquamarine blue color to it. It is not a smooth, round, perfectly looking egg. It's oval like an egg, but it has these almost hide-like ridges to it. And he goes, yeah, so I found this in growing from one of the plants. Well, I mean, I guess growing is not the right word. It was connected to the roots of one of the other plants nearby, and it came off pretty easily, but I haven't seen one before, and I haven't seen one since. This is about a month ago, and I don't know, it just looks a little too pretty to crack it open or see what's inside. It hasn't changed at all since I got it, so I was thinking it's maybe some sort of like root vegetable or something, but it hasn't decayed, so what do you think?
Twunk, like, looks to inspect it. It's like, can he, like, determine at all what this might be?
Make a nature check.
Right, and this is why I changed my my preparations.
Come on, Twunky Poo, I believe in you.
You do this.
Well, the reason why I'm saying, like, at least giving myself a better shot is that, like, while we're in Terramish, I'm going to have enhance ability prepared. To at least have 2 rolls instead of 1. And we'll see what this looks like.
Come on, Twunk. Whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
13?
Your best guess is that it's some sort of egg, just from its shape, and that's immediately what sort of came to mind. But with what he's been telling you, and he's even kind of like picked it up and says, "Look, it's hollow," and he knocks on it a little bit, and there is sort of an echo to it inside. You're like, well, if it was an egg and it's been here for more than a month, it either wouldn't be hollow if it had something fertile inside of it, or it would be desiccated if not. So you're just like, I'm not 100% sure what this may be. You kind of touch the outer coating of it, and it feels rough and hard, kind of like dragon scales, I guess, would be the best. Very close knit sort of overlapping of some sort of like hide-like material. It's just the dragon scales is the. You've had interaction with Dragonborn recently, so that's your best guess to it. But honestly, you're not able to figure out exactly what this may be without opening it up.
The surface reminds me of the scales of dragons in its touch.
He kind of like looks at it, holds it, kind of slowly puts it down and away from him. So, what do you mean?
My apologies. I do not know what this is. I have never encountered it before. But without experience of another, I believe the only way to know it would be to learn more of it, would be to open it, unless you just remember the plant from which you picked it.
Oh, yeah, no, I can definitely take you there if you'd like.
I would be most curious to see what sort of plant could produce such a interesting.
Pauses on a noun.
Object.
We could set up for another jaunt into the forest. I'm due to go back there in 2 days.
Actually, that is the reason why I originally came by.
As he kind of like pulls out his map.
I am doing my best to teach myself to create such drawings that others could possibly find useful, and I believe that some of the locations of various plants and fruits that you have had the opportunity to experience would be good additions to this drawing. If you would allow me perhaps to observe our trails and perhaps attempt to mark them for future reference.
You showing him the town one or the vicinity one?
He's technically working on both, but he would show him like the progress he's making on the current Terramesh map.
Okay. This one's a little bit too close. Where we end up going, you need a map that shows a little bit more. And so you could show him the vicinity one and be like,
Mhm.
and he'll point to a rough direction of where a rough spot of where it's at. But he said, yeah, you could feel free to come and map it as long as you're not selling the information to other people.
Just like it's like as long as you're not selling it to people, and just looks to Twunk in his very modest clothing, and
This is Twonk's arc of trying to become rich.
suddenly it's just like, yeah, he's gonna be a big oh man, the first ever like oil executive druid.
There you go.
Look, if
Gobbledygook
nature didn't
officiator.
want us to use it, it wouldn't give it to us.
But yeah, so he's gonna go back out in 2 days, same time, crack of dawn.
Hmm.
So you're more than welcome to join along and cartographer the path. Cartograph, I guess, the path. To the best of your abilities, of course.
Like this is part of his learning experience.
All right, cool.
Yes, he will get some Ferora Berry while he's here, since they are apparently at the end of their season.
Yes. As a thank you for, or as a congratulations for coming home in one piece, and the fact that he's not being able to sell it right now, he'll give it to you for free.
Just like I keep getting a bunch of it, but no, still nobody's buying.
So,
Like, what am I gonna do with all these Funko Pops?
Twonk's going to grace the hearth with the lovely smell yet again later on tonight.
As long as he doesn't microwave it.
No, he's just going to leave half underneath the table on accident.
Just put it in Valis's room. It won't smell worse.
No.
It would just make Valis
Might
smell
even make it smell
interesting.
better.
Where is it coming from? Have you checked the vents? Why is there fruit in the vent?
What is a vent?
It's a thing where
my-
stuff happens at an event.
Haha.
I knew my
Herm has
dad
a vent.
Joker would love it.
I had a vent installed in my room so that I don't poison myself.
You had a fume hood installed in your room.
Well, same thing, kind of.
Just industrial scale.
It's an advanced vent, okay?
Alright. So anything else for anyone for the day?
Nope.
No?
We have one extra thing for the day,
Alrighty.
and it's mostly just like it might stop at like a single conversation or not, but it's like but since or maybe he might be the wrong person to ask, but Twunk would at some point like during this day like return to Charles one more time, because like realizing something that he needs to personally work on. And he would phrase it this way: Pardon, but would you possibly know of someone who is a...
Guys, here comes the 20, please.
Someone's ordering a 20-piece.
That.
Sorry, someone cuts past you and quickly orders a 20-piece from Charles and then goes back down to their seat. I'm sorry, Twunk. Some people are just rude. Continue.
Yes, you see, I was hoping if perhaps you would know of anyone who might be a master of the common tongue.
A ghost French cat somewhere giggles. Are you asking for a linguist? Or someone to teach you common?
I have begun to notice that on some occasions that the way that I have spoken my entire life has created problems of the winds that we exchange with one another, and was hoping that perhaps these could be eased if I were to perhaps learn more of how others speak.
He kind of nods. I understand. You're looking more for someone to teach you how to speak so people more directly understand what you're trying to say. Not as
It
much
Twunk
has
confusion.
looking-
yes, it has become very clear that my way of speaking confuses many.
Twunk looking for a slang coach?
Actually, I do think I could send you to someone. Hold on, I'm just getting their name.
Now repeat after me. I am the heppest cat around.
Repeat after me, Twunk. This shit is lit, no cap.
Oh my gosh. So,
Boy got all the riz.
wow.
One second. I am. For some reason I can't.
Later that day, Twonk's like, this shit is burning currently with no hat.
Species is smoking, smoking brightly ancestors.
Dubby!
Sorry.
There is.
No, you're not.
There is one person that I think would be able to be more of the intermediary that you may need. You will have to make their acquaintance and see if they'd be willing to take this slightly monumental task on, because you've gone your whole life speaking like this, of course. But he works at one of the new buildings that has come to be since you guys have left. Down at the south end of town at the Outfitters. His name is Thal. He's got a much longer name, but I dare not try to say it.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Fitter?
Yes, the Outfitters. It's the proprietor of the location, and he too has a way of speaking that is reminiscent of yours, but when he needs to, knows how to make it a little bit more direct.
I see. Are they willing to exchange wins with others, or
Yeah, they are usually open for discussion most days. Their shop tends to get busy sporadically, but for the most part, it's slower, more relaxed than some of the other locations maybe in town.
New explosion at fireballs.
Totally normal.
Mini explosion from upstairs. Totally normal.
Slightly singed Chandra coming downstairs for a drink. Totally normal.
First puts her hand in one drink, then continues to drink.
Before she gets her drink, asks Charles for something like a cup of, baking soda to neutralize whatever solvent it was that she was working with and thus be able to take a drink of the water without burning herself more.
Don't worry, it was on the already missing finger.
Yeah.
Still on her to-do list.
I do have to redesign that fucking finger still, damn it.
Shut up.
And this is an opportunity to make it a little bit cooler. Like maybe like you could put your room key in there and
I was thinking that Chandra should take up smoking to be cooler so she could turn her finger into a lighter. That'd be pretty dope.
well, but then again though, what if you accidentally turn it on while you're making bullets?
Oh, that'd be even better. That'd be so fun.
Ooh.
She's got a different finger for bullet making.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the
Thank
outfitters
you,
would be...
Charles, for bringing my mind peace.
Glad I could help. Do you have to eat that and then right here? You're very breathy when you talk, and whew, my eyes are burning.
I shall retire to my space for the time being.
Appreciate it. Have a good day, Twonk.
Always happy to be of service.
Well, that's the real sad part, is that the breathy thing is accurate because that's how you were told to speak.
Yep.
Also, Chandra would have,
Literally exchanging wins.
Mm-hmm.
since everybody would have gone their different ways, and Chandra would have spent her day in and out of her workshop at the hearth. At some point, she would have, filled Charles in on all of the ongoings of what has been going on with them since they've been gone. She would have spilled the tea.
Yeah. He takes the majority of it in. The only real questions that he asks: tiny horses.
Tiny horses.
Mainly because you get quite enamored by them. And so he feels like that's a subject that you might talk about a little bit more. So he's just like, okay, we can push the tiny horses. And then he's also going to ask about the ghost ships, because that sounds interesting. And then he would have you... No, he wouldn't have you repeat it, but he would say things along the lines of, oh, that makes sense now, after the Ablal situation. And as far... Because Variforn obviously told him some things. Especially all the stuff in Lonatov. So, yeah, then the underground city. Underwater city would be another cool topic he'd ask questions on.
Okay.
But
no interest in the fact that Valis has been disowned from our family.
It's more about time for him on that one.
Okay, that tracks.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like, wow, it only took 200 years.
He held on as long as he could.
More power to him.
I mean, less.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, yes, but
Rude.
for holding on that long.
You're not there. Shut up.
Has all his fingers.
Oh, almost. Well, I mean, he almost came home early, and you guys would have gotten to meet him as a gnome.
Yep. Alrighty. So, anybody else anything for this day?
Nope.
It's already had a
Okay.
pretty active day, even though I have like a couple things he could be doing. It's like, but that could be saved for the next day.
Okie dokie.
Although I guess at the end of his day, though, because he's kind of like thinking about it, I think he would pull out his ball and start playing with it a bit.
Not in public.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you remember the thing I'm referring to. Or...
Yeah. Let's
Pulling
see.
his balls out in public.
Easy killer. All right. If nothing else, you guys will eventually find yourselves food, sleep for the night. Valis,
Yes.
can I have you roll a d20 for me? And Chadra, can you roll a d4?
Oh god, I don't like this.
Yes.
A D4?
Uh-huh. Okay. The morning happens. You guys will wake up. Immediately in the morning, there is a rap on your door, Chadra.
Chicka what? Sorry.
Easy. So knock, knock, knock on the door. Very,
I
very
know.
fast and sporadic.
I answer the door.
Fireballs outside. He is going to be a little eccentric to the point that he doesn't, even dealing with him so many times already, it's hard to understand what he's trying to say. And eventually he calms himself down enough to ask you to come follow him.
Okay, yeah. Sure. She'll follow.
Okay. You guys...
She, well, clothed.
Well,
Goes with.
I'd hope so. So you run over to his place.
Okay.
And go inside. And immediately as he takes you inside, he takes you almost all the way to the back of the tent, to this interesting setup that he has. It's a small stool in front of a slightly larger table, and in the middle of the table is a pouch. The pouch is completely opened up to where it's almost flat across the table, but it has, it's curled up on the edges a little bit from the drawstring. Inside the middle of it is this very... As you approach and you start to look at it, from a distance, it looks like a pile of powdered silver. But as you get closer and closer, and now that you're standing over it, you realize that it's constantly shifting, and it looks more like liquid now that you guys are closer to it, like mercury almost.
I was about to say, very mercurial sounding.
Yeah, but it keeps rigidity every now and again.
So it's non-Newtonian.
So it's like it's staying solid, but the outsides of it, maybe to ambient air, is becoming liquid and dripping down the sides. And he's going crazy about it. And he's just like, know what it is? Know what it is? Know what it is? Give me a history check.
Right, I can do
Man.
that.
Huge bitch.
No.
You have no idea. Maybe one of the few things in your classes you either erased from your memory or just sort of skipped over. You know, the one day out of the 100+ years you played hooky. Fireball's super excited and again slows himself down, and in a different voice he says, "Dragon's blood." And he gestures to the pile of stuff in front.
Like, from an actual dragon?
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Where did you get dragon's blood?
Well, let's not give away all our secrets right off the bat, eh?
I'm so glad that was your response. I was really expecting you to say from a dragon. And I realized far too late.
It's okay, dear. It's early in the morning.
What do you...
He
Go
gestures
ahead.
for you to give you his hand, or give you your hand to him. There you go.
Yeah, give him my hand.
There you go.
Yes.
It's easier when you say it than me having to explain to say it.
You're good. I will give him my hand.
They're object pronouns anyway.
Yeah. You give him his hand and he kind of like swats that hand away, and he wants the hand with the mechanical finger. And so he takes that hand
okay.
and then uses your mechanical finger to dip into it, and so that way you have just this little tiny bulb of one drop of this stuff on the tip of your finger, and he takes you out back and pushes you forward, and he does the gesture of like flicking your hand forward.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the lead block in front of you and everything.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, give me a dexterity check. Okay. Knowing what you're trying to do here, you try and focus and do everything, and you flick the bead of dragon's blood towards the lead brick. As you do so, it impacts the lead brick, and immediately there's this explosion of ice. Covers the entire lead brick, and crumples the stand that the brick was on. And you're left with a good 5-foot radius circle of frozen ground.
White dragon?
And he reaches into his bag and pulls out a silver piece.
Ah. Second guess.
And he kind of like, hee, and like runs back inside the tent.
Look at that. Shit.
Is it... I'll follow him back into the tent.
Mhm.
Is specifically lead?
Shakes his head no.
All metals?
Shakes his head no. He puts his hands open like he's trying to give you a big hug.
Everything?
Nods his head.
Oh. Very volatile. Is it... It didn't react when my finger dipped into it.
Kinky.
So... Impacts?
Nods his head.
So force.
Nods his head.
Creepy.
God, I really want to do a dumb. Oh, for the sake of silence, I'm gonna do a dumb.
Just
I think-
make sure you're alone.
I think that Fireball is totally gonna sign off on this.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out one of my wrist whip ammo,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna see if he's picking up what I'm laying down.
He'll, as you're holding it up in front of him, he's gonna look at you and go, "Here," and points to the, into the cartridge, or he's gonna point, or here, or on the tip of the round itself.
Tip.
He kind of taps the side of his head like the meme, like the, I get what you.
Yeah.
And he takes
We'll
out.
start small.
Yeah, he takes basically a skewer, a metal skewer, and grabs another drop of the liquid, and you guys together place. And even though it's just a single drop, it almost barely holds and connects to the entire face of the bullet tip itself.
Okay.
And you're kind of like, before you do any more movements, he's gonna push you outside.
Yep. Very carefully going outside.
Mm-hmm. And
Um,
you practicing with volatile rounds in the past know to, chamber feed it.
Yep.
And so you pull the mag out, you open the chamber, slide the round in, slowly put the slide back forward.
Yep.
And kind
That's
of
why I
like,
decided I wanted to do this with the wrist whip first.
yep, and then slowly start to aim the gun forward, kind of as if it's a water gun or a paintball gun. You don't want it to just fall out. So you're kind of keeping the angle upwards until the very last moment you're ready to shoot.
Yep.
Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
13.
Okay, that's enough to hit. The lead block's a little heavy for Fireball to pick up, so instead you guys have moved over to a target dummy.
I was gonna
Dallas, get here.
ask if we could do it to a something that was more organic. Like
right
a
now
tree
just-
or something.
Who's kidding about the Valis?
Hey, Val, let's get over here.
Well, so we
No.
slowly walked back to the hearth and went up to Valis's room. Fireball picked the lock.
If I'm gonna get kicked out of the hearth and go live with tiny horses, this is how it's gonna happen.
Yep. I told you I was gonna start that tiny horse bar. Turns out we're gonna have tiny horses working at fireballs.
Fireball would turn you off from possibly shooting at the forest right away.
That's smart.
And just aim it at the straw target dummy.
That works. And that would be what I would shoot at.
The
So.
13 hits. Go ahead and roll your regular damage and go ahead and add another 68.
6d8.
Yes.
Okay. Roll 6. And
Okay. So as you take the shot, the goes and makes contact. As it does, the same sort of explosion of frost and snow seems to expand out from the target dummy itself, ripping it in half. And also the tip of your wrist whip is bracingly cold, to the point of you put another round through that thing anytime soon, and you're probably going to shatter it. It worked. It's just, it seems like the bullet tip made a little bit too much contact with the rifling inside the barrel.
Okay.
So you being a gun person, you'd know that you might have to smooth bore this, or
or hollow.
Yeah.
Do a
Or-
hollow tip and then put a wax casing on the end of it, kind of like a sabo round or
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Or like a depleted
okay.
uranium round or something.
Yeah. It's a bit, or a jacketed round in general. You could do like a wax with like a peel away jacket, and then it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But you wouldn't be able to do that to any of your wrist whip ammo.
No.
It's too small.
That's. I wanted to test it small scale because I could see that being very bad if I had tested that large scale on the first go.
Yep.
With the way you roll, like your attack roll, like from your rifle and getting a misfire immediately.
Yeah.
That would have been one above a misfire for my rifle.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have been real bad.
Real bad.
Like Chandra is a statue now.
Can does it dry?
He shakes his. Well, he takes you back over to it, and through motioning and doing everything, you realize that it is technically in a dry state. It's just when any sort of humidity gets to it, it becomes liquid, and then it just desiccates again. And then it's just constantly in that shifting state of dry to wet.
Okay. So I was gonna say, could you coat an arrowhead with it?
He kind of like wiggles his hand, like, maybe. The problem with an arrowhead is that it doesn't fly fast enough like a bullet tip does.
The impact.
So it either
doesn't create enough force.
Either that, or by the time that it flies through the air, it would go from dry to wet and come off.
What about from a shorter range with an iron arrow? Because that would increase the weight, which would allow for more force.
That would solve your force problem, but still the flight problem would be your main concern. If you're doing it in the desert, no problem. It should work without worry. But anywhere that humidity is a certain percentage, you're probably, because it is very mercurial when it is liquid. So
we do have somebody who
it wants to just fucking get off things.
We do have somebody we could use to test based off of current humidity based in Terra Mesh, and we could draw conclusions from that.
He looks at you and goes, "Shoot Valis."
No, not shoot him, but have him be the one shooting.
Oh. He kind of gets a little sad.
I've promised the Hearth I won't shoot him anymore. In Terra Mesh.
Fine.
I almost
He
killed
immediately
him last
turns his
time.
head out toward the forest.
Fireball's like, in Terra Mesh?
Yep. Starts trying to find exactly where the Terra Mesh boundary line is.
Goes into his fucking... He's got it in his office, there's a big map, and he's like taking precise measurements.
Uh-huh. He's like, based on population, our new, boundary line should be about here.
Got a 5-foot radius?
Yeah. That's what the 1 drop did.
I don't want to waste too much of it either.
Well, take your finger again, put 1 drop on it, then put a 2nd drop on it, and go have you flick that.
Oh god. I'm worried about my dex roll now. My palms are sweating.
Knees weak, arms are heavy.
No, like
Okay.
real life, my palms are sweating. Like,
There's about to be some vomit.
oh god. Yep, that's bad.
At first you were just
If,
like, oh, I don't know what this
Hi.
is. And now that you know what this is, you're like, oh my god. I didn't know I was fucking throwing around uranium, motherfucker. God damn. Okay, let's do this. Oh, fuck.
If she used
And
like
cold fusion.
her regular finger, not the robotic one, what would that do to her skin if she touched it?
She would have to touch it and find out. Fireball has not done so.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
So,
The idea of that terrifies me.
Chadra,
Just
No.
curious.
go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Oh no.
Yeah. Ooh.
2. Oh, it's never good.
So,
I was kidding about the statue.
Well, guys, I'm gonna get to test out my new body.
I was gonna say whatever you roll, we're gonna times it by 3, and that's gonna be how far you flick it. So you flick, and 6 feet in front of you, the drops go. Go ahead and give me a dex save.
Yeah, because I got a feeling it's gonna go about 10 feet this time.
And Fireball is fucking absolutely diving backwards. Okay. You dive in a direction, and unfortunately you're still diving by the time that little drop of liquid hits the ground. And as it does so, this fucking Jack Frost saying "fuck your life" ends up happening in front of you, as this whirlwind of snow, ice, and cold frost just erupt in this entire area. It is a 10-foot radius now.
Yep.
So
20d8.
that is 12d8.
I'm dead. Oh yeah, I'm unconscious.
You saved, so it's 24.
Okay, I'm really fucked up.
As by the time you hit the ground, a portion of your body has received this chill, almost like immediate freezer burn, frostbite across a good portion of your exposed skin. The rest of your clothes and well, you didn't have any armor on this time because you're in town now, and just woke up.
The only thing I had on me was my wrist whip, so that's good.
There you go. But it's all frosted and it's got icicles from it and everything.
Oh yeah.
And Fireball kind of creeps up to you. Are you dead?
Maybe. I don't think. How would we know?
Well, you wouldn't be talking so much.
That would constitute dead, I guess.
He'll extend a hand
I've
out to
been-
help you up.
She'll hold up a finger. She's gonna take a minute, take a breather, rethink her decision making.
I was gonna
process.
get you inside where it's warm.
I just need a second.
Okay. And he runs inside. He comes back out like 45 seconds later with some hot cocoa.
Thank you.
And so as you're sitting there
It's
sipping,
on the forge.
sitting there, well, his forges can basically make water boil immediately, so it's more of like, All right. Crushed cocoa into water, and it's done. As you're sitting there starting to sip it, he's gonna look at you and be like, "So you fucked up."
But we learned a valuable lesson. It is exponential.
Uh-huh. And then he goes, and he holds up an iron arrow, and you just think of the amount of dots of liquid that would go onto an iron arrowhead. And he kind of does the gesture of, bye-bye, Terramush.
Yeah. Sorry, I inhaled some cold air.
Valis is in the
Wait, did
background.
Termish sign the Hague?
Did who?
Have
What?
we...
Sorry, did Termish sign the Hague?
No.
No. What time does Volgot open up?
He kind of looks up at the sun. Now?
We should go get pork.
I'm not hungry though, thanks.
Well, tested it with my prosthetic.
Oh.
What would happen? Yes.
Just go get Velis then. Just kidding, just kidding.
Almost killing Valis has already gotten us in enough trouble. We're living up to our name.
Fine. Volgot, get some pork. He's about to leave and
will.
goes, "You okay?"
I'll go with you. I could stretch my legs and get the blood flowing again.
That sounds like a good idea. You start limping.
Yeah.
Everyone else's morning is a little bit less chaotic. The smell of...
Did anyone else feel a sudden chill?
Nope.
Just a cold front, don't worry about it.
Another Jeffrey.
Fucking Jeffries, man. Come get you out of nowhere.
Jeffries. Now they're in Terramesh, man. Global warming.
That's what Chad was going to call it.
Valis
Is a
just-
Jeffrey,
no.
a Jeffrey round. The morning is greeted with the smell of pancakes and waffles with sides of bacon and eggs.
Ham steaks.
Well, all the pork's about to be bought out, so...
Yeah, that's true. Judge is about to really make some bad decisions.
But...
And here I thought you were giving me gallium.
No. With everything going on in the morning, different patrons to the inn coming in and out, you guys have yet to meet the two other Hearth groups, though you had been told they'd be back in a few days, so you'd get introduced to them then. So the people that are in here are other tenants to the town that either are out doing things this time already and just grabbing some food while they go, or don't feel like making breakfast and just coming to the inn to grab some food here. With everything going on and you guys getting a couple nights to getting a night to rest and relax and set yourselves back down into the town of Terramesh, you all feel a little bit different waking up today. Chandra, you're starting to feel it now that you've actually been up for a while and you weren't immediately distracted from the jump waking up in the morning. But the rest of you, as you guys sitting there and eating and doing everything, something feels a little off, different, not the same as it was the night before.
Of the town or of us personal?
Each one of you feels a little bit different, as if nothing that's not quite right, just something is changed.
Is Valis a woman?
Yeah, I would
No.
actually probably check that first.
Nope, still there.
Okay, we're intact.
Alice,
Good.
Alice,
You got hit by
why
that
are
cold
you
front,
doing
though, so it's a
that
little
in public.
shrilled up.
Don't do that at the breakfast table, please.
Hey, at least he's not doing it at the breakfast bar.
Yeah. He's doing it at the buffet.
Yeah. Ooh, cereal! Hold on, let me get my hand out.
Oh.
Valis, please use the provided scoops and not your disgusting hand.
Did he even wash his hands before he went to bed?
Do you think he even washed his hands? End of sentence. Valis doesn't strike me as the hygiene type.
Rude?
I guess Twunk, since he feels different, I guess he would try to look inward. See if maybe he can pinpoint what feels different rather than just like a general feeling.
Make an insight check for yourself.
Could I, but more along the lines of like making sure that I'm not gonna shit myself? Again?
Actually, I guess since he can focus on this, 22.
Oh, sorry, I've been talking this the whole time. Yes, Valis, you can go ahead and roll insight on sphincter strength.
Chandra's chalking up her feeling off to the fact that she just blew herself up with dragon's blood.
It's understandable. But as you guys start to reflect inwards on yourselves in the morning to try and pinpoint what might be off, you realize that, oh, that's what it is. You guys all leveled up the night before.
Nice.
Woohoo!
So you guys can all give yourselves enough XP to make it to level 6.
So 50,000.
Enough XP to get to level 6.
The easiest way to do it is just if you go to, for anyone who's not super familiar with D&D Beyond, hit manage, and then where it says manage experience, that says set level. If you just set it to 6, and then you click apply changes.
You can do that too.
It'll be much easier than trying to do math for some people. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Valis. I love you, buddy.
W2, set level 6.
Way better than trying to figure out 6,500 plus what equals 14,000.
4,500.
Thanks, Dad.
I was just gonna go into the builder part and just level myself up that way.
Trying to help.
Thank you.
So yeah, you guys all, from the contract and all the little excursions within, you guys got a little bit of a milestone level up to level 6.
So Val, Does that mean I
Funny,
can
we were literally just talking about this.
Yes, you can
switch out
change
my
out
spells?
one spell,
fucking know what I'm fucking taking?
except for
It
Hunter's
can't
Mark.
be Hunter's Mark.
Damn it!
No, it could be Hunter's Mark.
Okay, cool. Get the fucking god.
The entire group will call it Hunter's Shark because he took so long to take it.
Actually, wait, that's the reason why he's so much better at tracking now. He literally launches his shit. And
I know that smell anywhere.
Rude.
And everyone else would be able to follow it too because that's PTSD.
but will they want to follow it?
That is the question. So you can go ahead and make your decisions now. You can do your HP rolling as well.
So much better. Val, what's your policy on feats?
It has to make sense. RP wise.
Yeah. Speaking of that,
So, okay, because I want to take a feat because it's an ASI for me.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah, you have to if you want a specific feat and it obviously doesn't immediately be because if you're like, oh, I'm a fighter and I want to learn some more maneuvers or
No.
something. No, I'm just using it as an example.
Okay.
If it doesn't fully fall in line with whatever your class is already doing, then you're gonna need to make some RP. So I can set you up so that way you can get the feat.
I was gonna take the tough feat.
I'm sorry, but Chaudhry.
Well,
we'll talk about it.
okay. Well, then I'll just stick with an ASI then.
But yeah, feats need to make sense. What were you gonna say, Shin?
the optional feat manager, the replacement feature.
Yeah.
Would I be able to switch out any ones that I have available? I have like Deaf Explorer, Favorite Foe, Primal Awareness.
You'd only be able to do the first three because those are the only ones level-wise that you would have access.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But you have to
Mega.
realize that it will remove whatever it says
Yes.
it's replacing.
Mega,
Right.
I will tell you this. This might make you feel a little bit better, but Chandra now has a +1 to her Constitution.
Marginally better
That's significantly better.
in twunk size.
I was gonna either boost intelligence or Constitution, and I was like, I'm gonna go with Constitution so that I don't die as much.
And remember to roll your HP when you can.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else have any other questions on their leveling up?
Wait.
Waiting.
For rolling the HP, I thought we had the option of either rolling or taking the average.
Yeah, roll for those that are rolling.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sticking with the average because my luck when it comes to rolling HP is dog shit.
I do that. Anybody else have any
Amberlay's
questions?
still awake because I almost imagined she would. But
Probably not.
just means it'll be a surprise.
Yeah. Here, put it up to you.
What do you?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just curious what you can get when you level up. Like, what changes?
It's different for each person. Have you leveled up your person yet?
Oh yeah.
So you get to choose expertise.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Ooh.
So yeah, you get So, like, remember those expertise that you picked when you first made your character? You get to pick 2 more.
Okay.
So it gives you much more of a bonus when you have to make those type of rolls. Yes.
Like, ideally, you'd put it into the things that you think Lorona would be super good at or want to be super good at. You don't have to decide that now if you're not sure.
But see, now Chandra, you don't feel as bad from that ice blast.
I mean, yeah, I would have. I'm still, since I figured it out afterwards. I'm gonna stick with the fact that I'm still at 10 HP.
Okay. Yeah.
But now my HP is high enough that I still would have been unconscious from that attack if I would have failed that deck save. I just would
Actually,
have
I
been
guess
slightly
technically-
less unconscious.
Actually, wouldn't you technically feel worse because proportionally more is missing from max?
Oh yeah, I'd feel a lot worse. Like
She
it
hadn't
went
had
from
her
limping to
coffee
like, not just limping, but also like needing to pause and take a break every couple of steps.
Yeah, the
Oh, wait,
percentage
I guess
change really affected you there.
Like, not only did my legs hurt, but other parts of my body that I wasn't sure existed hurt.
All right, I'll have to remind myself. But today is woe.
I'm lost.
All right, my level 6 like a subclass feature. I have to determine at the end of a long rest whether it's a woe or a wheel.
Gotcha. Yeah. Just yank Tam Bam up to level 6. Oh, she doesn't get any choices on her level 6, so.
The only choice that she gets to make is that like at these specific levels, like she's allowed to potentially change which which
Benefit.
weather, environment, climate
Yeah.
that she is.
Yeah. Well, that's
If
more
she
of an,
chooses to change it.
yeah, that's more of an active change rather than like a.
Yeah.
Ballas, did you get Hunter's Shard?
Yes, I got Hunter's Mark.
Sharp.
Hunter's Sharp.
Don't worry, I'll go in and edit the name.
It'll actually be a special role for you. If you call it Hunter's Mark, then
It doesn't work?
actually won't activate and you waste the spell slot.
Rude.
All right, Tam's going back on the mute.
Yep.
All right. Any other questions about some leveling up stuff? I just wanted us to get to that at least before ending the session here, so that way any and all questions can be asked.
I mean, the only other thing is, can we just level up one more level?
No, you're not getting that. Now you're getting to 7 that easily, my guy.
Damn it.
I don't. Seven's the magic number for that class.
I just want that fucking quick step, man.
Was it 7?
I mean, look, level 7's a magic level for druids too.
True.
See, Twunk and I both, we're just waiting for level 7, alright?
Well, you don't have to take 3 weeks off. You guys could jump into a job quicker.
I'm not the Hearth liaison.
Lorona,
What?
were you saying something?
Oh, I picked persuasion and stealth. Are those good for?
Yeah, you're especially if you're gonna be the relations manager. Persuasion's probably a good one to pick up.
Honestly, I was surprised you weren't already expert in stealth, but glad to see it though.
Well, oh wait, I do have a proficiencies in stealth.
Yeah, you can
So I
only get
should probably
expertise on what you already have proficiency in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a prerequisite to getting expertise. But yeah, stealth and persuasion are good ones to have.
I would get level 7. I can take over Hunter's Mark for Valis if we had that.
Have Hunter's Mark.
What?
Sorry.
You do now, but I'm just saying that like I was a level away from inventing Hunter's Mark. Like, fuck Valis, you can't do it. All right, I guess I will with the powers of science.
Science!
Valis is over here like, I don't do magic good.
It's not that he doesn't do it good, he just does it wrong.
I use Hunter's Shart. They take off that stained piece of clothing. Fuck.
Alrighty, so any other questions? We're gonna end the session here if we're all done.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About to go buy some pork and do something stupid. I'm glad I've got extra HP.
That sounds like a frat day.
Valis is looking beefy.
All right, cool. So with that, then we'll go ahead and end the session there. If you guys have any further questions, feel free to reach out and message me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But if I don't talk to you all before then, I will see you all next weekend.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Val.
Alrighty, guys, have a great night.
Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you to all of you that stayed with us. Thank you, Raiders, for joining us. It was a little bit more of a semi-climactic, anticlimactic. They got their they got their level up, and that was one of the things I wanted to make sure to give them before we ended there. But if you want to hang out with us again Thursday, the other group, Group 1, plays in their campaign. And we are also going to be doing so Thursday at 9 p.m. PST, Group 1 plays. Saturday, we're going to have another Roll for Insight, an RFI. And we're going to see if we can do a spooky RFI where we play ghost hunting games, celebrate October a little bit. But that's our little talk show where we discuss and have questions and answers between players and characters in the DM. And chat, so feel free to come by and ask some questions there. If you can't make it to that, though, Sunday, 9:30 p.m. PST, the Bad Decisions will be back once again in the town of Terramesh, now fully level 6, and get to explore what that means and how to continue on in the town of Terramesh that they have seen get a nice little upgrade since the last time they were here. So, thank you all for staying with us. Have a great night, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.